Alright, welcome back guys. Let's continue the Scarlet Crusade campaign. It's taking longer than I expected to finish off the Scourge. Like, they just have overwhelming numbers and I just keep having to replenish my forces. So I've decided to do something that I usually don't do in my videos. I'm going to be cutting out large segments of my recordings so that you mostly just see the main battle in each video, because I realize it's probably going to take another 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 Scarlet Crusade videos to finish off the Scourge, because as you can see by all those stacks, they just have overwhelming numbers. They have like 20 settlements, I only have 2, and I have to slowly take each settlement one by one. So I'm going to continue uploading them, but yeah, just remember large sections of the video will be cut out, especially in the strategic map that you can see here. But I'm gonna keep all the battles in because there's no point removing that, and that's usually the highlight of every video. Here we're gonna do a auto resolve, or am I gonna have to fight it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna fight this one. Gonna have to. But yeah, all the real-time battles will still be here, and I'm only going to be doing these very heavy edits, heavy cuts for this particular campaign. So don't worry, like for all other ones, you know, you'll get to see all the strategic little micromanagement, because I know many people like to see that. How the economy develops, which units get recruited, and all that kind of stuff. But for this one, I really do have to kind of do it differently, because it's just going to be very tedious expanding in Northrend. The Scourge is the largest faction, and I just don't have the settlements in Northrend, the manpower, the pool of manpower to be able to quickly take them over. So it's going to be like a very slow grind. But anyway, just wanted to announce that. So if you notice that in future Scarlet Crusade videos that there's big sections that are cut out, you'll know why. And hopefully you guys will still be able to enjoy it, because you'll get to see the battles, which I think are the most fun part usually. Well, that's that. Let's focus on the battle. So I'm gonna do my typical triangle formation. That's what I use when I'm facing more than one army, because that way all sides are protected. Usually when I only face one army, there's no need for that. I can just have one long single line, usually towards the back. So yeah, I think I should be able to win this pretty well. We have an AI army as well helping us out, and based on what I saw when I clicked on the enemy army, they should mostly have pretty weak low tier units, so should be a pretty easy battle, unless they have something that could surprise me, so something really elite unit. Also, the 2 enemy armies we're facing don't have general bodyguards, so they don't have liches probably. So that's going to immediately make it way easier, because liches are a really strong, maybe even OP spellcaster unit. But we don't have to worry about that. So let's begin the battle. I'm seeing in the distance that the enemy has undead dragons, frost worms as they're called, and they're actually not that bad because they're glitched. We also see some death knights in the distance. Oh, and I see some colossi. Those guys are an actual challenge, but the rest of the army seems to be pretty weak. Now let's take a look at the second enemy army. Also has colossi. That'll be a challenge. Alright, let's send out our cavalry and deal with the enemy death knights. Because death knights are very good heavy cavalry, and they can really mess up my front line if they charge in. So I'm gonna deal with them first, and then we'll deal with enemy infantry, and then we'll deal with whatever's left. Should be a fun battle. Seems fairly balanced, especially because they have Colossi, which are a real pain to kill. They're very durable. They have high hit points, high armor. Bam. Okay, we're gonna take care of these Death Knights pretty quickly. 11 left. Nice. We've already taken care of like 6% of the enemy army. It's going pretty well. My archers are hitting them hard. The human archers are underrated. I know I always say human factions suck, but they do have some decent ranged units, especially the human archers, which are really human longbowmen. Okay, Death Knights are trying to run away. Let's follow them. And it looks like my AI army is fighting this same army as well, which is really good. They're distracting the Colossi and they're distracting the Frostworm. So I'm only having to deal with the low tier units, at least for this army. I think that second army I'm gonna have to take care of. I think the AI army is gonna be pretty weak. The friendly AI army is gonna be pretty weak by the time we finish off this enemy army. Okay, Death Knights are almost dead. We have some enemy infantry getting close. Couple more Death Knights left. Nice, we've already almost taken care of a quarter of the enemy forces. Alright, okay, then only 4 Death Knights left. We can move on and deal. Come on, east. We can now move on and deal with these enemy infantry. We're gonna hit them in the back. They're already distracted fighting my front line infantry. So if we charge in the back, that's gonna be pretty devastating. Yeah, nice little charge. And then I'm gonna try to pull back. Nice, wow, almost a third of the enemy down. So now I'm gonna try to pull back and just rinse and repeat. Just keep micromanaging the cavalry to do as much damage as possible. 35% of the enemy down, and we haven't even fought the second army yet. So looks like this first enemy army is bigger than the second one. So let's go in there, do with these guys. 40%. Oh my god, we're absolutely dominating them. This is going way better than I expected. Almost 50%. 47%. 48. 49. Yep. Yeah, we've pretty much destroyed the vast majority of this first enemy army. And my triangle formation is still holding strong. It hasn't been messed up, so that's really good. Now let's take a look at this second army. Oh no, look at that. They have Banshees. And Banshees are really good spellcasters because, and I've mentioned this before, most spellcasters in Warcraft Total War really suck in melee range. They have low armor, low health. But Banshees can actually hold their own in melee, so they're pretty durable. You can't just like charge in, take care of them, and then run away. You have to actually, you know, stay there for a while and fight them till they're gone. Also, Banshees have higher ammo, or in this case it would be mana. They have higher ammo than other spellcasters. They can shoot a lot more magic attacks before they run out. So they're really good. And that means I have to really prioritize taking care of them. But an issue when targeting spellcasters is usually they'll have a lot of infantry on the way, like protecting them. The AI is going to try to keep them safe because they're a, you know, ranged unit. So I'm going to have to find a way to go around the enemy infantry forces, or maybe just push through, penetrate the weaker ones, like the I think I saw some ghouls. We could charge, kill the ghouls, and then get to the spellcasters. But it'll be tricky. Now my AI army, friendly AI army is moving in, so maybe they can distract a lot of the enemy infantry. That'll help a lot. Alright, let's move this cavalry in. Yep, looks like a lot of their infantry is busy engaging my friendly AI army. Okay, so here are the goals that I mentioned earlier. We can charge, we can easily kill like half the ghouls with one charge because they're very low in armor. Yeah, bam. It's a good charge. Okay, 2/3 of the enemy down. Oh, here are the banshees. Let's go for them. They're vulnerable. Come on, no, no, no. Ah, see, this is what I was talking about. The infantry, enemy infantry gets in the way of the banshees. Alright, let's move our general. I don't want to risk losing him because if your general dies, that can have a horrible impact on the morale of the rest of your troops. Especially if you're playing as humans. Humans kind of tend to have pretty low morale. Okay, we're fighting the banshees. We're engaging them with one of our heavy cavalry. Oh, and look at that, our triangle formation is getting messed up by some colossi. Let's send in these heavy infantry that have the armor penetration trait. Swords of Virtue. They're really good. So maybe they can actually take care of them because of that armor penetration trait. I am kind of mad that the AI army is shooting arrows all over my troops because they're trying to hit the colossi. I really hate when that happens, the friendly fire. Alright, how's this battle against the banshees going? As long as I can keep the banshees distracted, that's also really good, even if I lose a lot of my cavalry. Let's put our general to use. It's a little bit safer now. I think I can get closer. Oh, nice. Looks like they killed the colossi. Well, there's one left. They killed the other one. Okay, good. And now we killed the second colossus. Any banshees left? These guys are really holding their own. Shields of Virtue. Really good unit. Let's finally get our general involved. I was kind of getting paranoid that he might die, but now so few of the enemy forces are left. I think I can get him. I can use him without high risk of him dying. Where are we gonna? Oh no! Oh, I just saw something. Look at that. There's a group of banshees getting ready to attack my main forces, and spellcasters can do crazy amount of damage when you have troops lined up in close formation. So I'm getting my archers to take down these banshees before they have a chance, and wow, that worked out really well. By getting all my archers to focus on them, they already took care of them. Okay, good. Let's see if there's any remaining... Okay, so there's some banshees here who are still alive, so I need to really focus on them, because if I don't, they can do hella damage. 96%. Alright, battle's gonna be over soon. There we go, that was a pretty nice charge. And I think it's about to end. Yep, clear victory. Yeah, that was a pretty fun battle. Having the enemy having Banshees and Colossi made it a little bit more challenging. Not too challenging. It was pretty balanced. Because it forces you to prioritize and think. So we've successfully defended this settlement. Again, we're gonna have to keep defending it. And without these two settlements, you know, we're not going to be able to finish this campaign because we just have to keep recruiting units over and over and over again until we have multiple stacks that can take on all the Scourge stacks, because they always have 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks. I mean, they probably have like 10 stacks in Northrend. They're just a bit spread out. They're probably fighting the Nerubians in the south or someone else. All right, let's recruit. They're attacking one of the forts. Gonna have to deal with that. And we have Nerubians attacking us. Oh my god. Yeah, this is going to be a long campaign. And that's why, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm going to have to cut out some of these map, you know, micromanagements because and auto-resolves. I mean, I'm still going to keep a little bit, like this one. But for the most part, I'm going to have to edit out. Because, like, this video was supposed to be 40-something minutes. And I'm gonna cut that down to about half of that, maybe even less, because yeah, there's just so much micromanagement that I have to do just to survive against the Scourge. It's pretty tedious, and I think most people don't want to watch too much of that. They want to see the big battle and how that plays out, right? Like the little tactical maneuvers of the units and prioritizing correctly and considering the enemy's strengths and weakness and reaction time and all that good stuff. And also the visual beauty of the battle, the units, the terrain, the sky, the weather effects, all that good stuff, all that beauty. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. I think we're about to have another battle pretty soon, so I think this is a good time to end it. I'm just going to keep recruiting, build up my stacks, and I also have to deal with that Nerubian army. Like always, guys, if you liked the video, please leave a like, please subscribe. That really helps the channel a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next battle, probably against those pesky Nerubians that are laying siege.